folks. We have a very special guest for you tonight.
Hello, we've been expecting you.
This is not a test. Your government and corporate overlords have implemented new measures for your own health and safety. We are just following orders.
Everything is going to be fine.
I'd like to introduce
Welcome, everyone, to another If by Whiskey. You know, I didn't add us to the stage. You know, every time
What does
I
that
get on
mean?
this thing, I do something stupid.
Why
and
do you always
I
sound like
forget.
OJ? What do you mean add to the
Twitter
stage?
world. I had to bring us up to say hello, Twitter world. And I did not bring us up to say hello, Twitter world. So hello, Twitter world.
So weird.
Brother,
Well, Jace,
welcome, man. How you doing?
hello. I'm sad and depressed and tired, but we're here, so F it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. It's so funny.
No.
We have a topic and we're gonna mention it, but what's really funny about this topic is I shared like one thing and you're like, don't get negative, bro.
No, I just repeated myself from last week.
Oh,
I don't want to. I want to talk about how do we make things better, not how shitty things are right now.
Right.
What? Everybody
yeah.
knows how shitty things are right now.
Yeah, we do. We do know how shitty things are right now. But the good news is there's this podcast called The White Pill Box.
Yes.
And we've invited the gentleman on the 10th of December, and he's coming on we're going on his show on the 18th.
That's
So it'll be
amazing.
interesting. Mark Maresca. So Mark, White Pill Box. He always asks, what's your white pill? What is your white pill? Do you have a white pill like a 50,000? What gives you hope? Like,
Oh,
people talk about getting red pill, right? They go like the Republicans.
right.
They
I
get
didn't
blue pill. They
understand
go
what
liberal.
white pill meant.
Black pill is obviously like nihilist.
Oh, what's brown
Black-
pill? Is that you're
Well,
gonna, you're gonna
that's
get
after you eat.
You're gonna get tacos.
No, it's only after you eat.
Brown pill.
No, only after you eat the pill can you make it brown. On the way out.
It's the chimichanga pill.
It's on the way out. But do you have obviously you have a current white pill, but we also have
your
sad
question was, what makes you happy? Is that what you
what
said?
yeah what is when you get up in the morning, when that alarm, whatever, before the alarm gets up, when you're like, I'm getting up because other than routine, is like, what's the first thought that might come to your mind right now? I know who it might be. It's not me.
I need to get up because I need to buy Legos later. And
Buy what? I'm sorry. Buy what?
Shoot, I'm sorry. I need to buy Legos.
What?
Oh, I mean,
I think YouTube just banned us. We got a second
we can't
strike.
say
from
Legos.
YouTube.
I need 3 strikes.
That's
I'm
not a
out.
historical event.
Buy
There,
bitches.
Legos is not a historical event.
Lego.
is.
I need to buy Lego.
Yeah.
My Eggo. Also, what makes me happy is dogs, because they're crazies and they're lick your face and they bring joy to your lives.
I love that. And we have, you get up a little bit in the morning because you're kind of getting up at night sometimes.
Yes.
Because you have love in your heart is
Yes.
singing. Your heart is a flutter. And
That's called the AFib, dude.
That is part of the AFib. You're right. Which one is that? Aortic
Mesothelioma. That's correct.
You call your lawyer for that one?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that one works.
A friend of mine's having surgery for that in a week.
Really?
Yeah.
For mesothelioma?
Yes. He has this weird.
How do they take his lungs out?
These certain sounds freak him out. So he has mesothelioma. So
Wait
he's
a
having
minute. It's
surgery on
not
his heart
that
for
one. That's
No,
the
he's having-
mesothelioma.
He has a AFib. So he's having
AFib.
he's having some surgery for that. I don't know the details.
I don't want to know the details, by the way.
Oh yeah, I just hope he's okay.
Yeah. So before we continue, because it matters, I'm going to share my screen with our audience.
Okay.
So could you set us up, sir? Why are we talking today?
Online gambling. The original thought that I had a month or two ago was seeing all the ads, Bet365 and FanDuel and blah, blah, all of them. I thought, what's the demographic that those companies, apps are marketing towards. I thought, are they marketing towards people of color and or lower income folks? I don't know. I thought that was, I don't know who their demographic is. Obviously, they're a company and their goal is to make money. That's capitalism. Cool. I get that. But where are they pointing their marketing dollars at? Even though I should not end a sentence in a preposition.
At where?
Of.
To where? To whom?
Of.
At whom are they directing? Right?
From. Of.
From what?
At. Thank you. Good day.
If you can have like an in of under, some kind
Beneath,
of phrase
between.
that would really just knock it out of the park for us. I found it interesting. Now, before we continue, I'd like to share my screen with the audience. What a wonderful audience. Let me share my screen with the audience. And by the way, it's an audience of there's nobody listening. But this is pretty cool. So let me share the screen. All right, my friend. Are you ready?
Yep.
We've got my good friend Dave Smith. He's not a good friend. I know of him. I took a picture with him.
That's amazing.
At Ron Paul's barbecue. I'd love to have a conversation with him. I know a million people who have spoken with him. I had the honor of that. I'd like that someday. But are you ready for this? He comes out of he's in the middle of his show, and listen to this. Are you ready?
I'm listening.
And thank our sponsor for today's show, which is Kalshi. We've been telling you about them for a while, and they've been popping up all over the place, as I'm sure you guys know by now.
Brother.
Kalshi is the first ever fully regulated CFTC approved, available in all 50 states prediction market. So basically, you can bet on anything that's got a clear outcome. You can bet on whether inflation will go up or down next year. You can bet on who's going to win the midterm elections, who's going to be the next president, but you can also view it as a prediction market and see where people are putting their money. So it's very interesting. It kind of keeps your finger on the pulse of American culture. And also you can throw some money down and win. Kalshi.com/Dave. Go check out Kalshi today. Check out the markets, get in on the betting, have some fun. Let's get back in the show.
How was that, sir?
I didn't know what Kalshi was until probably a month ago. I didn't know that even existed. So, Marcus, could you give me 3 sentences of what exactly is it?
From my understanding, it started more political with the Trump stuff, Trump, Kamala, like, what are the chances Trump's going to win the election? And the odds, the predictive market. So you put $1 in.
So you're betting $1.
You're betting $1.
On what you think's going to happen.
Correct. Or whatever the amount you bet. But right now, say it's like a 52 cents of the dollar has been leaning on Trump.
Yeah.
So if you bet on Trump, you're going to get 48%, whatever. Or the
okay. So if you bet $1 and he's going to win and he wins, you're going to get 52. You're going to get $1.52 back.
You get the No, I don't know exactly how the pay is, because remember, they take a chunk too. And I don't know if it's off of what you play or off of, right. I have not played it because I will not.
Per transaction.
If I play it, it'd be like video game and I'd be broken about 3 minutes. I mean, seriously, how quick could that happen?
So the point of that website and others, or it's an app, whatever it is you can bet on anything.
You can create bets.
Is it going to rain tomorrow in zip code XYZ49?
And on top of that, I think you can even create predictive markets. Like I've heard, is Zelensky going to wear a suit? Meaning Trump.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
no,
80% chance. Well, it ended up, I think he did, but it's like, but just at the top of that, like, so that's what it is. So you bet on stuff, but then we have online gambling too. We've got DraftKings and everything. What's interesting, Dave Smith, still like a outside of the box person for like the libertarian movement, just because he's not mainstream media, for example, right? He's not CNN or MSNBC or Fox. He's a little bit outside. Look at Joe Rogan. When he started, wasn't he doing like commercials for like Fleshlight and like porn stuff? And
yes,
because it's this beginning of a thing that's unregulated, that who do they go after first is the kind. Dave Smith is far from fringe in my world, but the fringe people who aren't mainstream known, like on a television station, for example.
Well, right? How many views did that podcast get?
Oh, it got plenty of
Like
views.
1 million?
Yeah, John Kiriakou. Yeah, I'd have to look, but he's in the hundreds of thousands, if
So
not millions.
Kalshi paid for space for him to read the ad,
Correct.
and then they 300,000 people or whatever it is heard that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I didn't know. I've never heard the word until a month ago. I didn't know I didn't even know you could bet on something. Hey, what color car is going to drive? Who's going to win the Oscar in 3 years? I didn't know that existed.
Yup.
So,
yeah, and it's new. It's a pretty new phenomenon, and that's the thing is, from my understanding, it's not like you're using dollars. You're using Bitcoin, so it's like untraceable.
Really?
So my understanding is, I believe you buy into dollars, right? In with dollars, and then it transfers to some crypto
cryptocurrency.
that is less traceable and less regulated, of course, right? So you can make these crazy bets because then, but
Who
then
cares that it's less traceable? I don't. What do you? What does that mean?
well, matters because if I win $1 million and you don't know that I won $1 million,
thank you.
what are the taxes?
I'm glad
right?
I asked.
Right.
Okay,
So
now
taxes
that
go
makes
up.
perfect sense, and I hadn't thought of that.
No.
Okay.
But in the state of Arizona, and that's what's crazy, is like we're so conditioned. Once again, this is just a normal statement. We're so conditioned, like taxes are so normal to us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think of them as like a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of crazy. But in this case, I think Arizona's up to 40% tax. I think if you like say win the Powerball, I think you're paying like 40%.
I think it's more than that.
I think it's 40% of the chunk.
I believe it's close to. If you win the lottery, it's close to 50%.
Yeah.
State, federal,
Right.
out the door, it's
right.
50%.
Okay. My understanding, yeah. So is and every state's different.
Correct.
Some
Yes.
states don't take that chunk, but Arizona is one of the bigger chunks. And I think, like I said, I think they take 40 or something or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it goes down the less you make. So obviously, if I don't have it to declare, how are you going to know what I make?
Yeah. And that money's sitting in Bitcoin
Or something,
or
right?
something,
Something.
cryptocurrency.
Right.
I'm not.
That's
Yeah,
easily that someone else is still controlling that you still don't have control over, but you think you do, right? In some weird way, because it's like it's mine. But who knows if they're just going to take it and run? You know, who knows, right? Those kinds of things. So that's the first part. I'm still very new about it, but see, this is the crazy thing. We sent you sent me this awesome article, and it was gambling addiction statistics. What part did you want me to head down over to?
Is that the addiction?
The general, yes, the addictionhelp.com. And I want to pull up another thing in the meantime. I thought I had an email sent to you with a link with the breaking points on there, but remember, I just showed you Dave Smith, right?
Yeah.
But it gets better, my friend, because check it out. Let's do this live.
China. This is interesting on that article. China has the most gambling addicts in the world. They also have the most people.
Yeah, absolutely.
60 million Chinese are gambling addicts.
Wow.
4% of the Chinese population, per this article, addictionhelp.com, which was published, 3 weeks ago. So it's accurate.
Also, think about this.
Jace.
The Asia is going to be the largest market, over 50% by 2050. Plus, look at all the Asian influence in Las Vegas, for example. A lot of it is catered towards Asian culture. I don't know if gambling's a very
Macau
prolific thing,
right?
But like even Hawaiians are big into gambling, even though they don't have gambling in Hawaii. But yeah, they're just big. They really love going to Vegas like once a year or something. Like do like it's kind of an odd thing. They had a Hawaiian Ono casino was there for a while. But the other thing I wanted to share, so we talk about Dave Smith, right? And it's like, oh, come on, it's Rogan, it's Dave Smith. Who's listening back then? You know what I mean? Like, or whatever, like to that.
Yes.
Well, didn't we just got this new little scathing thing here. I'd like to share it because I'm going to let him talk because it's my good friend Sagar. And he's,
No, I don't know.
He's a good friend of mine. His girlfriend or his wife, Philly Eagles from Philadelphia area.
Where?
Over there. So I'm going to share this guy over there, and we're going to go.
Turning now to CNN. In genuinely, what is one of the grimmest developments in news that I have ever seen? Something literally the stuff of my nightmares. They have announced a partnership with Kalshi, a prediction market, much like Polymarket, where they will be officially collaborating together to promote Kalshi, betting odds, and others in CNN or incorporate it into their live coverage. Just to give you a taste of Kalshi, what is it? Here is their co-founder, Tariq Mansour, talking about his vision for the betting platform.
Sounds like a very.
You've mentioned multiple times that you think prediction markets will.
So that gentleman is stating the fact he's upset the fact that CNN is taking advertising money from Kalshi. Correct?
Yeah. Sider's a concern. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay. So what do you are you as upset as he is regarding that?
I'm upset that it's happening because in a healthy society, I don't think it would. So I don't want to stop
which part.
The gambling, that it's infiltrated now CNN.
Okay, so understood. Does CNN, yes or no, have every right to take money from whomever they want?
100%.
Right. And it's not just CNN. It could have been Fox. It could have been ABC. It could have been whoever. It could have been Yahoo freaking Sports, whatever. But every company has the right to do whatever they want.
Correct.
Also, many other things that are just as bad as that get advertised for.
Pharmaceuticals, for one.
I was thinking
considered 75%. I was thinking
Jefferson's bourbon, but yeah, pharmaceuticals is probably
75% of the CNN budget
is pharmaceutical
advertising.
Wow. So what's
brought to you by
online betting or pharmaceuticals?
Yes.
So what? I guess why are you upset that CNN took their money?
I'm not upset CNN took their money. I'm upset that they got to the point where we want it so badly that it's gotten CNN's attention to want to do it, to want to accept them as a sponsor.
So they haven't yet.
No, they have.
Okay, so
I don't know. I don't.
Okay, we don't. Maybe they will.
The thing.
Okay,
there's so many parts to the thing you asked.
Speculation. Yeah.
One is, I want everyone to do whatever they want.
Right.
The problem that I have with this is that this is the effect of an unhealthy society that can't see long term. So they're looking for short term hits or trying to go for the longest term.
Who's they?
We.
Oh,
us.
Humans.
Yeah. Well, America. Let's just go America because we live here. Inflation. What is it? Last Black Friday was we spent 9% more this year or something. Like, we knocked out the park. Inflation's up fucking 12% or not. You know what I mean? Like, since last year's up a total, you know what I mean? It's like a total of probably 9%. So the reason we're spending more, you add in tariffs, no wonder we're spending 9% more. It's not healthy.
Okay. You're saying Americans spent 9% more total dollars.
Yeah. And they're saying it's
on Black Friday. And you're saying that's due to things being more expensive.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just a total net volume higher thing.
Okay.
It is a hidden thing. There are only 7 companies right now basically funding everything, and it's headed by NVIDIA, and it's all AI. So NVIDIA chips, they buy the AWS services. AWS services buys this company's thing to manage this. They buy them to buy them, and then they buy the NVIDIA chips. And it's this fucking circular thing.
What does that have to do with Black Friday?
Well, I'm just talking about the health of the economy as a whole. Like, these things are illusions right now. The health of our economy is an illusion. People can't afford there's generations that can't afford a house like we could save up.
I'm so confused. Okay.
So the economy's bad.
Bob,
my point is that because the economy's so bad, the health of the state is what's causing this to be popular in the first place. That's the problem.
Because people are gonna bet.
Because they're so hopeless
to
see long term that they'll piss away short term or try to get little hits instead of a big goal.
So somebody is making 40 grand a year, a young person, and they're down on their luck. So they're going to go on an online betting site, Kalshi, whatever, and bet they're like, oh, I'm just going to bet a little to try to pay my rent. And they're going to lose. They could lose it.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, I just need a break. So they'll bet their whole paycheck
and they're
on the long shot.
Yes.
that they have zero control over. So I'm just talking about this. Young people can't afford to save a house and a car, like with the interest rates and with the prices. Okay. It's just expensive. It has gotten to a point where it's gotten a bigger chunk of somebody's money than it used to be. Okay. That's a problem. Obviously, housing's always a problem. Even rent is ridiculous. So you go, okay, I'm 30. I just got my job. I'm making $75,000 a year.
Okay.
That sounds okay, I guess. So 75, you have no shot of getting a fucking house. No shot of getting a house. Okay. So you're looking, you're like, I can't get a house. Well, I can't get a house. So what am I going to get? So you make your goals smaller. And the point is, everyone's goals are shrinking. Instead of achieving more, their desires shrink.
Okay.
So they make it smaller and smaller. And something like this takes a perfect advantage of that. Because it's like, hey, you only got to bet 40 cents. You can bet 100 times. You can bet 100 things at 50 cents a piece. Well, $50 can go quickly. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, oh, you could win a parlay. Imagine the parlay bet. If you won 19 team parlay, you win $1 million. Like, oh, I'll bet $100 for that. Well, you don't have the 100. You only had 30, and 30 was going for gas, and people were putting their groceries on credit cards, for example. So I think that this is growing to the health isn't like fad. It's like desperation of us having no hope to a future that we can build or save toward.
Okay.
I feel like I said too much.
I had like 3 things I was going to say based upon your paragraph. Yes.
I'm going to give you a dry erase marker in the future. You can write right on this. So we can dry erase
Whoa.
it. Yeah. I was thinking about doing that. It's like having a Sharpie and having people sign the table.
Hell yeah.
If they ever came. No, you would be the only person's signature on it.
Could you do the helicopter, please?
Helicopter.
Thank you. So you're saying that these companies are taking advantage of people that are down on their luck, because they're the people that are down on their luck that are doing the betting they're basically playing the lottery, and it's hoping to win big. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and you asked, who are they preying on?
Yeah. Yes.
The people who started this are billionaires. They're preying on fucking everyone. Because everyone's fucking broke, and they hold the fucking chips, and they're dangling. If I may I continue this video piece?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think it'll explain some of the things.
Love it.
Some of the things I think you're asking, because your questions are brilliant. Was that Guinness?
Yes, it was. It is. Both.
It is. It was, is, and will be. Let me share this screen again. So once again, we're talking about predictive indices, predictive markets, online gambling. Now, online gambling and the DraftKings stuff, slightly different, but not really. Not really. It's everybody, they're getting on your emotions. Oh my God, my team's going to win. I'm going to pick the colors. Oh yeah, cool. I like.
Do you foresee that the non-sports betting is going to increase the gambling addiction numbers in a drastic way?
100%.
Okay.
100%. And I think the main reason is just because people are going to lose.
And then they're going to keep gambling to try to win it back.
How do you
that's what you're saying?
How do you dig yourself out of the hole? You double your bet. You double your bet next time. It's it's not dumb. It's total logic. But they're logic. Using your logic emotion against you, because you still don't have control of the outcome. Right.
Because you have a chance at losing and a chance at winning.
Right. And there's so many things we haven't even talked about, which I'm so excited. Let's just talk about the money part right now, because that's kind of what we're talking about, is who are they preying on and all that stuff. So I'm going to share the rest of this, if I may. And
will be bigger than the stock market. What is it going to take to become $1 trillion asset class?
It's pretty much already like close to 100 billion a year asset class, right? Like, it's pretty easy to imagine a 10x from here.
100 billion already.
Like, we haven't even started. It's been a year. I think a very large number of people care, much larger than traditional markets. And I think retail as a pie has just been growing in the US, and I think it's going to keep growing. It's growing in the stock market, but it's growing outside of the stock market. The long-term vision is to financialize everything and create a tradable asset out of any difference in opinion. And I think if you do build a general purpose exchange that can resolve differences of opinions on anything, like the TAM is quite massive, quite a bit bigger than the current TAM of the stock market. I think putting aside sort of the retail trading and the institutional trading product, like there's sort of this separate product, which is like, we are living in a world where like we have an abundance of information, but there's a lot of noise, and like we don't really understand what's real from what's not. And prediction markets are an antidote to that. They do a very, very good job at distilling information and surfacing truth to people. And you're seeing this sort of massive shift where like people are using them whenever they think about questions about the future, you know, whenever they're debating about anything. And I think that trajectory is going to keep going. That's a new consumer habit that I don't think is going to be undone.
If you
Okay. So what he's saying here, does that sound like gibberish to you, or
Not at all.
okay.
Go ahead.
No, okay. So basically he's saying that we're using these predictive markets to help us predict the future. So you might as well bet on them. It just seems like
is that what he said though? We're using this to predict the future.
He said people were using predictive markets.
Right, but is that really what it is? Because they're
Well,
saying,
they're predicting,
okay, let's go back to
Kamala Trump.
Right,
You have to
let's
look at
go
that
back to
election
that.
because that really was.
So people are predicting. They're not predicting. They're betting on who's going to win.
Right, but it is predicting because elections are about predictions. It's all polls predictions, right? Who's going to win? So it's the same thing, but now you just put a dollar value to it. And the bigger the difference is, so if Trump's 75 and Kamala's 25, you bet on Kamala, you get a way bigger windfall, right? Because everybody bet against it. So that's kind of like odds. It's like the odds already built
3-1 that Pretty Pony's going to win, come in third at the Preakness or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, that's the helicopter. I was going to say Mr. Ed and the helicopter.
Anyway,
the other thing that he said was tradable asset. So what does that mean? Does that mean tell me what it means?
No, please ask. Because I'm working.
Is it a tradable asset means that you put $1 in and you win 50 cents and now you have $1.50, but it's in cyber currency.
The bet itself
is a tradable. So
asset.
I could trade that asset. What does that mean?
It's the bet itself because you can put money into it. So it's tradable, and that I'm assuming it's tradable in that way. Now you can cash out early too.
Yeah.
So just like in stock market, say it goes from like 42 cents on the dollar to like 53 cents on the dollar.
You could sell.
You could cash out at 45 cents or something, right? Or something make a small thing instead of riding the whole thing out, I think.
Of course.
So there's a little bit of that too. So it is a little confusing. I did not do my homework on exactly how the sausage is made, but just on a general sense, I thought it was very intriguing in general. So basketball, we just had this huge fraud. We just had this huge point shaving or whatever. Have you heard?
College?
No, NBA.
Now
I know you don't follow NBA basketball. I don't either, but Chauncey Billups, the whole thing,
okay,
the poker thing,
yes.
the gambling.
Okay. Yeah.
So you hear what they were gambling on
themselves?
Yeah. So this is what they do. They're crushing the other team. They're beating the other team, and it's the fourth quarter. So someone puts a bet in the fourth quarter that the player will be short of X amount of
40 points or something.
Yeah, but say the last quarter. So it's like 8 points or something.
Okay.
And they tank on purpose. But it doesn't affect the outcome of the game because
they're winning by 25. Okay.
So
but how do they know someone's
people are live watching it? You can just go on the app in 2 seconds and make a fourth quarter bet.
The player, how does the player know to tank it? That's a pre-game conversation?
Could
or
be someone in the stands. Or they know. Like their fucking coach or their co-player who's on the bench is probably on the phone putting in the bet. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. Like the NBA one went real deep. I mean, they were cheating on poker cards where they had like lit like glasses you could wear. You could read the cards and stuff. It got just to the point where like once you're there, what is even the point of winning? It's like,
well, that's a great question because baseball, 2 Cleveland Indians / Guardians pitchers got suspended and one of them was the best closer in baseball, Emmanuel Clase. So Dominican dude, worth millions, and he was tipping pitches on purpose he made like $10,000.
Yeah.
The dude was a millionaire and he made 10 grand.
It's
the best closer in baseball.
It makes no sense.
So yeah, why would he do that? To see if he could get away with it, that rush,
that's what I mean.
It's what
human
else?
thing. It's like, dude, to get that level, I just feel you need a certain psychopathy. Like you gotta be fucking dedicated, right? To get to that level.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny. We were at Riddle. We had a guy, Brett Bietla. I talked about him today because someone said Uper, and he was a Uper from Michigan. Oh, I'm a Uper, Brett Bietla. He was our RA. He's a fucking Olympic ski jumping team.
Wow.
For US. He fucking sucked. But sucked not like compared to the other Olympians. I mean, not to you and me, right? So imagine the level.
So he's a bad Olympian
just to suck.
Yes.
Compared to them.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
He made the team.
So imagine, the greatest one, what their dedication level. Now you put that, MJ, you're wired.
Yeah.
Look, OJ might even kill a motherfucker or something.
He might.
He might.
Probably.
Might have. I mean, he's dead.
May have. Yes.
So it's weird, right? Like, I'm curious what that drive is inside for them. Now, the billionaires are monetizing your asset. You're that fucking asset, basically. You're the tradable asset because you're the one with the idea of what you want to bet.
To them, you're the tradable asset. Mm-hmm. But for that gentleman to say the term tradable asset, is it the bet is the asset?
I'd have to look at
that. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So a tradable means I can give you my bet for $5 or.
Well, I think that's what it is because, like I said, it's like stocks. Because like I can sell off my stocks, that'd be like trading it off,
and
right? That's they said. Like I can sell it short, like I can sell it 47 instead of 52, and get out early or something. That's what I'm saying.
I do understand.
I think that's what I think. But let me see. Tradable assets meaning. Tradable assets, financial instruments like stocks, bonds. Okay, so that's what it is. So it's the bet. The bet itself would be like Kamala v. Trump. Kamala's going to beat Trump. What's the percentage you think that's going to happen? That bet is the tradable asset because I get in at 45 cents on Trump and now Trump's at 62 cents. Well, I can get in out at 50. I'll just be like, hey, I'll sell you these for 50 and you can play the rest of it out.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. It took a long time.
So all throughout, there'd be a lot of possible trading back and forth.
To answer that question.
Yeah. Imagine like a game, the ebb and flow of a football game. How it goes back and forth, and throughout the game, you can actually bet the odds change of whose percentage of winning. So it's something like that, I guess. That would probably be long.
Okay, now I get it.
But anyway, so
you're selling short, right? Yeah.
So I don't have an issue that it exists. I don't have an issue with gambling. Look, we are fucking humans, and we're fallible. We need vices. We need something that gets us either going or gets us calmed down or something. As long as it does not consume us and we still produce and still contribute, I don't see a problem with that, right? Like it's a victimless crime. It hurts yourself, yes. Now, don't get me wrong. A family guy who mortgages his kids' college tuition does affect that, but that's his family to ruin as he so chooses. As
unfortunately,
to say so. This is the thing. Sagar, to this point, he's looking to regulate it. Clearly, he's a conservative guy who thinks it's a plague, that it shouldn't even exist. So further throughout, they're like, I don't disagree that people shouldn't do it. But the reason they shouldn't do it is because they have a healthy life and a healthy lifestyle, that they're not resorting to this level of, I guess it's depravity, because it's like you're betting on whether a dude's going to wear blue or red, or whether the dude's going to wear dress shoes or sneakers when he gets off the bus, like off the
understood
for the game.
Yeah.
And so that. So what are your thoughts on just the health of America in that way, or the society that it's even this prevalent, I guess?
I would say the opposite of what you said of I don't do it because I would afraid I would get addicted. Same, I don't play video games because I know I would, oh shit, Halo 4, whatever the fuck. It's cool as shit. Well, then I would be doing it 9 hours a day. And that's so I don't even start. The same thing with blackjack or poker is like, I don't, or this thing, I'm good. I know how to play blackjack. I know how to double down. I know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
you can have fun with it, but you don't need, there's no need to rush in making money or losing money for that.
Correct. So I don't start, but my mentality, I think, is out of the ordinary, because I'd much rather spend $75 on a steak than waste $75 on 3 hands
on
or
a
whatever.
chance to win 100
or whatever. And that, and people, and I say spend 75 on a steak. Well, some people think that's a waste because the mentalities are different. And I respect that. Like, cool, you want to go gamble? Cool. That's not me. That's not my thing. Cool. Everyone's different. Your question was regarding the health of the society.
Yeah, because we're seeing, obviously, porn style has changed, like what guys are into. It's a little different. Deviant's the right word. Like, I'm not here to judge anyone, but it's like, not, when I say deviant, it's not normal, like stepmom stuff. Like, that's a big one.
That's
right?
a deviant.
Hooking up with your stepmom, that was like, I don't know. Is that a huge thing for us growing up?
No, of course not.
Yeah, it was a weird thing. So what I'm saying is that seems like a deviant style compared to what we were used to. We were just used to, like, pizza delivery.
Yes.
I can't afford it. Oh no, what am I going to do? I guess
here.
I had to pay for
Yeah.
it. I don't know. It's, once again, I'm not judging because it's allowed to exist. Like, I have zero desire to regulate or anything. I just think if we were healthier about ourselves, we wouldn't resort to, like, how many 30-year-olds are not getting laid? Like 30-year-old men.
So you've said twice, if we were healthier, how do we become healthier?
We got a man problem. We got a real man problem. Young men are not getting laid. Young men are not having relationships. That's just a fact. There's this book called Of Boys and Men. It's a pretty good one. A lot of people talk about it, but if you notice, women under 30 are dating, but men under 30 aren't. So what that's implying is that women are dating way older, because men have the means at those older ages, because this new generation they can't afford nice things. So it makes sense from a provider standpoint that I would be taken care of as a person of the opposite sex. It totally makes sense. It's not like it's weird. And then you got a guy who's like, look at the ego that I get from someone younger who's interested in me, that feels good. Maybe you have commonalities. Generally, women are also more mature. So
true,
at a younger age. So
true.
Those kinds of things make sense. But I think that we need to get men, like, going out and meeting women, making eye contact, shaking hands, and not being fucking fish wrist. Like,
so you're saying men under 30, give or take a little bit, are not as social as men have been in the past because of video games and social media?
Partially, yes.
Okay.
Partially is young men, certainly young white men. Sorry, guys, that makes me an anti-Semite, I think.
What?
It's a long story.
I don't want to know.
Young white men have basically been told that we're toxic. So we've culturally taken whatever made we're Gen Xers. We drank from the hose. We didn't have fucking helmets when we rode our bikes. Literally.
True.
What was the biggest statement? Kid fell off the bike. Put dirt on and get back in the game.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Put some dirt on and get back in the game.
You're fine.
That was it.
Yeah.
Can you walk? I can limp. That is plenty.
Yeah.
I remember walking. I remember I was it was a 6th grader and I was in 4th grade. We were playing tackle football in the front yard and he crushed my collarbone, landed on me, broken collarbone. I remember running up the hill, like up the street with my buddy holding my arm, crying, but like we ran home.
Yeah.
I didn't call fucking Uber. That was so wrong. No, but it's not, this isn't like, it's like we pussified ourselves.
So,
we got so soft. We got soft.
So because of that, companies that are doing online betting, whether it's sports or not, are capitalizing on the young men that are not overly social, is what you're saying.
That's a part of it. But like the people running this stuff are tech bros, right? Everybody wants to be a tech bro.
Okay.
So it's almost like this weird famous thing. Like I'm in Kalshi, I run predictive markets. It's almost like what was it? I'm an entrepreneur. Remember that thing like in the 80s? Like, what do you do? I'm an entrepreneur. It means you don't have a job, but you
so
do
it's
stuff.
cool and trendy right now, is what you're saying.
Right. It seems that way, but clearly look at the effects and how addictive it can get and how quick a hole you can dig. Now, I have 2 gambling stories, if I may.
No.
Clearly, I like the psychology of poker. I love the social aspect of poker. I love the strategy, all that. I was degenerate, whatever. I played a lot of poker. I got comped once a month to go up to Vegas. So I drove once a month for a weekend. So I had a weekend, I had a hotel for a weekend, 48 hours, whatever. 30 hours would be playing poker, 32 hours. I'd have 2 16-hour sessions or like a 20-hour and a 10-hour, something like that. Play until like Sunday morning, straight through, or straight to until like 3 a.m. and then just drive home or something like that. So whatever it was. Anyway, I played a lot of that. It took me 5 years to build up a bankroll. Now, bankroll is just all the extra money you win, like whatever money you win at the end of the night, put it into a drawer. $10,000, 5 years. Took me to build $10,000. I hit a cooler. 5 months, the drawer was empty like that. Now, most people who do that would have, either probably desperately jumped back in and doubled every bet to try to get it all back or something, or to win it back. I just stopped. When that drawer was empty, I was stopped. I don't know what it was, but for me, it's like, that wasn't the drive, was like the rush of the gambling. I actually hate losing money. I actually hate that part. I only like the strategy part. It's fucking weird. Same thing for gambling for football. I used to gamble. It was football. I was up $700 when they had online gambling way back in the day. I started betting on all the Flyers games. The first like 12 games, they went like 0-11 and 1, and I lost all the money that I bet.
You bet the Flyers were going to win.
They were going to win,
and
they went on a cool, like they just started. It was like their worst beginning.
Why did you keep betting they were going to win?
Because they couldn't keep losing. They're Flyers.
They did.
Right. That's how gambling works. Right. And but
were
I'm saying, like,
supposed to be a good team?
Yeah. And they've never went 0-11 and 1 in the opening season. Yeah. It's like, it's one of those things where it's just the perfect storm or whatever. Not all good. Once again, when it went to 0 for me, I was able to walk away.
Right.
How many people can do that?
Most people don't.
Right.
They need to win it back.
Right.
So they'll go into debt, or they'll miss a mortgage payment or whatever.
Right. Now, if I had started in the hole, chances are I probably would have chased it if it was early, but I had started in the plus. So
yes,
this is the thing. If you win too early in Vegas, you're going to lose it all. If you lose it early, you're going to lose it all, because you're either chasing it or you're thinking you're going to run the heater. And you're going to blow it all, or you're going to keep digging.
Yeah.
Digging the hole.
Yeah.
So that's that. Any other thoughts about the finance part, or even the thought about it, or what that means for society?
I think it's I don't know how to answer either of your questions. I think it's from a more strategic view, I think this is another way for the rich to get rich and the poor to get poor. And that's unfortunate. And then that led me down to the rabbit hole of, how does X number of years ago, FanDuel didn't exist. So how did FanDuel, pick one, whatever, FanDuel is an example. How did FanDuel start? Did Bob and Jim sit in a room and go, hey, dude, we should create a thing and we'll call it FanDuel? And then how did that come about? Did they borrow the money from their mom, the startup capital? And then they designed an app. And then did they get a venture capitalist to back them? I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of that. And then obviously FanDuel is in the top 5 of all the apps, right? So they're, I don't know.
Now they're visible.
They're a $500 million company, whatever. I don't know, whatever, something, a lot. And a lot of it is they spend on marketing, right, to popularize their product. But how the the beginning of a new betting application is interesting to me to see how that came about.
Yeah.
And I don't know the specifics, but I did look up and then said there's a lot of crowdfunding. So you could do GoFundMe's and stuff like that, and then you get paid back a percentage or whatever of the revenue. So, and then
think about how much money you have to have or start with to be able to invest in something that has that kind of loss potential. So like you want to talk about like it takes money to make money, and I'm not one of those people. Like I do think that you got to work hard and pull up your boots. I believe in all that,
of course.
But clearly thumbs are on scales here. These people are billionaires walking into this, and they're like, how do I fuck with people and play with my money that actually fucks everybody else? You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird because it's tapping into all emotion, and they see it as numbers and logic because you don't lose. It's not a losing thing.
Right. The house doesn't
Billionaires
lose.
don't get into losing businesses.
Right.
Like, venture capitalists don't want to lose money.
Of
just
course
like
not.
Nobody, just like everybody else doesn't. So I don't know.
Ironically, I looked up who owns FanDuel, and it's a Irish gaming company.
It's
It's not the Shillelagh, but they're trading on.
It's not the Leprechaun.
No, that's Lucky Charms. They're trading on the London Stock Exchange and New York, NYSE, and on NYSE, the stock price it's basically been flat for a year. It's interesting that it hasn't really. I assumed it would have went up,
right?
And it didn't. So it's gone up and down. But if you look at the chart for a year, it's flat.
Right, and it doesn't. Right, it doesn't. The stocks are weird because stocks are also emotional. How you feel about stuff doesn't necessarily mean you're productive.
Well, how I feel about it and what the stock does are not directly related.
Also, right, but it's about how
it's the society and the interest rates and
how people bought into the stock are too.
I mean,
right?
Just the stupidest crap that don't make. How is it that a company releases their quarterly reviews and they beat expectations, but the price still goes down?
Right.
That's illogical in my mind.
Mining stock, gold mine stock goes down when they find new mines, new oil or new gold. You're like,
how is that? How?
Yeah, because it adversely affects. It's such a weird backwards thing. And this is the thing is like some of those things make little sense to me, and I don't. It seems useless, unnecessary. I don't know. Anyway, so we cover that part. What are your thoughts about how easy it is to cheat? Have you thought about if you can bet on any freaking thing, how can you, I don't want to, once again, I'm not a regulator, but how do you avoid collusion? Because if you're the losing side of the better, it is no longer a victimless crime. It would be like knowing what the other person's holding in their hand, right? When they're playing poker. It's not victimless because the person actually does lose money to someone who's quilting the system.
Right. So how would you cheat? What are you talking about?
You create these predictive indices and you have a direct line to the person who you're betting on to do or not do something.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you could influence. Somebody could throw the election. Somebody could throw
like in basketball.
Right. So a boxer could take a dive. Okay.
Just like that.
Yeah. All right. Now
Zelensky could be like, "Oh no, water suit. They'll expect me to water suit 90%. I bet 8 million against me. I get 60 million.
He doesn't even own a suit. Dude.
I forward to looking for this, man. Thank you very much. He does. It's black. It's black like his heart.
Vladimir checkmark.
Like his heart. I don't want to get into that because that would be.
It's too late. You're already into it.
No, we're out. Like we had fun with it. Vladimir. I'm Vlad and Vlad, right? Those are the two, Vlad and Vlads.
I thought they were the same.
I think we should write a children's book. No, I think
Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad. No, isn't it Vladimir Zelensky and Vladimir Putin? Or Vladimir Putin and Vladimir Zelensky.
Oh, is it spelled the same?
No,
I have no idea.
I think it's Volodymyr Zelensky and Vladimir. But wouldn't that be good? Vlad and Vlad? We can make a little children's book. It's like, today I'm for two looking for bombing you, please. And the other one's like, today I'm for two returning the bombs, please. I will have the American help.
At the last page, are they holding hands and doing vodka shots?
Yes, they are both summing their noses at the Americans.
And then there's a bunch of rubble and shit in the back.
Oh, he's like Gaza.
Like God,
What
great.
goes straight?
That's a different book altogether.
What the hell is this with the Gaja?
Okay.
What is your problems with the Gaja? You can't have the Gaja.
I will pick my nose with this microphone if you do that
Did
again.
this again, and Joe Rogan's never going to sit on that side with a
He's
booger.
not going to sign your desk, you dork.
No one's going to sign my desk.
If I had a pen,
I would love you to sign.
I could sign it.
I would be
in
honored if you
chapstick.
did. I'd be honored if you did, but I also want to clean it first.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, this is what a dog does when they get a hold of a pen and makeup and a little other thing that
Is that like makeup?
yeah. Long story.
Okay. I was wondering what was going on with the makeup, but you're in here.
You're in wake up.
You're in here with your foundation.
When I'm running up on my makeup, I sing a little prayer for you forever, never. All right, so cheating.
Okay.
Do you
now
not
I-
see like yeah?
I
Could
do.
you
I
imagine
didn't
how
think that.
right
So
how deep that corruption can really
it
go?
could, for sure.
Considering Shoji Otani's whatever fucking guy, bookie
Yeah.
guy was a bookie, and Rick Tocchet was doing it with Janet Gretzky with the hockey stuff. That's why he had to leave the Coyote, the Formula Phoenix, Arizona Coyote Yotes over there.
Utah?
They're Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah.
What's the team?
Utes. They're the Utes.
That's
what is a Ute?
That's a Native American.
What is a Ute? A Ute. I know what a Youper is.
What
we already went over that.
Is the Salt Lake City team?
What is your favorite color? I think they're just the Utah Hockey Club.
Okay.
Currently.
The
But
HCs.
there's something. Yeah. I think Lex would know, but I don't want him pissing in the stands anymore. So
That was a totally different game.
it was a Steelers. The Steelers?
No, it was
the
ASU.
Cardinals. Steelers Cardinals, bro. Steelers
Okay.
Cardinals.
Sure.
I'm happy if I'm wrong. I am almost dying on that hill.
Okay.
Almost.
I'm not ever.
Only because I was there.
So was I. I was sitting behind him.
I know. Did you have to? Were you the one that had to leave
ding
him?
dong. No.
You went to the fucking stupid.
Well, we were dumb children.
There were some dumber than others.
Of course.
There were some just like in the world. Hello to the world. There's diversity. Okay, anyway. So, so cheating. It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Because, so where do we want to go from there? The statistics? What numbers did you pull up that you found super?
54% of people rub their noses on microphones and find it very satisfying.
Joe Rogan. There's a 0% chance.
All right.
Is that a predictive index? Should we bet?
We should bet
54 cents on the dollar.
Joe Rogan is going to rub his nose on your microphone.
No, that 54% of people do that.
Harvard Medical School reports that 81% of gambling addicts play online or through gambling-related apps.
81%.
So 19% are table games or roulette or slots is what that means. And I thought that.
Well, no, couldn't that be bookie? Couldn't that be like direct track betting and stuff? Because you just said online, right?
Yes, 81% of addicts are gambling-related apps.
Right. So that's only online. So if you go to the track, that doesn't count.
You're right.
So,
yes.
So 80% of people who gamble,
who are addicts,
not 80% of people who are addicts, 80-20 rule, 8 of 10 actually do it through
with their phone.
Yes.
Correct.
That is a little too easy.
For sure. I agree. The one I thought was interesting is that there was a Supreme Court Act 2018 that legalized online gaming, sports betting, etc.
Yes.
So since then,
why? So they can tax it.
Sure,
literally, because then they have to declare it.
Now, and so in those 7 years, 38 states now allow online gaming. So, and the total betting has gone up from almost nothing to 121 billion last year, 2024.
What he said, it was 100 billion.
There you go.
And it's trending.
Well, that's 1 year of betting.
Right. That's the first year.
Now,
it was 100 billion already.
That's crazy.
So it's exponential. That's going to be 3 to 4 the next year. It's going to be trillion in the 3 years.
So it's like a Richter scale.
That's
but
crazy.
different. One thing I thought was interesting is that 24% of shit. I fucked up the stat.
Okay, we can start over.
You rewind that shit. So 24% of people that gamble every day are addicts. I thought that was interesting. That seems high. Maybe I'm reading the stat wrong.
Well, no, that sounds one of 4.
Yeah, correct.
Are addicts. Sounds right. Isn't that a little scary though? That 3 of 4 are not addicts.
Yes.
Because that's you and me, my friend.
Yeah.
I wish that number were higher. I wish it was 75% of online gambling was by addicts. Because at least it would be contained kind of to the addicts. That it's not contained to the addicts.
Yeah.
Makes it a little scarier actually,
yeah.
For
the
overall picture.
Another stat, the last stat was 25%, again 1 in 4 of men 18 to 45 gamble online every day.
1 in 4?
1 in 4
gamble
between the ages of 18 and 45 gamble every day online.
And
I know
that
someone,
generation.
Yeah, I know
or
someone that does. And I'm like, and I didn't know that was a thing. Like, holy shit, every fucking day. That's
I met some degenerates at poker. I mean, people
of course
just could not get out of it. I don't know how they do it. They lose million in a sitting.
Jesus.
Walk out, be like, I'll be back. I mean, I didn't I wasn't friends with those guys. I not knew them, but I knew of them. I saw them.
Did I mention to you the clip that I saw on another podcast?
Hey, go to that other podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
He was Asian, and his parents passed away and left him the empire to the Oriental Rug Corporation. So he was worth a lot of money.
Whoa.
So they asked him,
like the silk, legit.
I don't know what. I mean, it's called Oriental Trading. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I don't know what.
Did he do Undercover Boss? Is that what
yes, precisely. So he was over there with the rugs. They asked him, how much did you gamble? And he basically lived at Caesar's Palace year round. He had a suite, all that shit. He said he gambled $250 million away. So Caesar sued him, and he sued Caesars because allegedly, check me out using allegedly. That's your word. I stole your word.
Mm-hmm.
Caesars was providing drugs, alcohol, and women to keep him gambling because he would blow $100,000 on one hand. So it was just terrifying that somebody had that much money to throw away. That's my word. Those are my words. That's
the thing. It's weird because we say it that way. God damn it. I don't like that I wasn't the guy who's the heir of that, but somebody had to be, I guess. And
yeah, true.
It's a weird way because we always perceive it from that. It's that's running through my head is, what could $250 million fucking buy? I need 5 and I'd be done. I could live off 5 for the rest of my life.
I could live off way less than 5.
I don't even know. I don't know how much you could live off right now for the rest of your life. Have to pay for insurance, health insurance, and all that. It gets expensive.
Cheese,
because
bacon.
There's some things. Cheese and bacon compared to health insurance now.
I need
anyway,
insurance.
you had a. They were providing women and wine,
right.
And
so they settled both those cases out of court. The gentleman that was interviewing the heir, he told him, he said, in whatever year it was, 2023, whatever it was, the revenue that the total revenue that Caesars generated that year, 5% came from that one dude. I could not. I rewound it. I'm like, did I just hear that right?
That's crazy.
I went,
there's no way.
That's
no, I believe you. That
Yeah,
That's
I
nuts.
couldn't believe it. I'm like, holy cow. And the way I look at it is, oh, okay, you spent that money and that's your prerogative. It's your money. I look at it as, why didn't you build a complex, a huge complex for homeless people, or help people, drug addicts or whatever, to improve people's lives instead of feeding your addiction?
I find it interesting because what makers do that? Like, you can't, how many go actually are altruistic? How many people are
Oh,
actually altruistic? Elon's
you're
not
right.
altruistic.
You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, think about what it takes in your brain to crush everyone that's competing against you, to become the size and scope that you are. Once again, it's like you have to be wired. So now this guy was obviously from privilege because it was his, like, an heir, he's the heir. So that's kind of like the incestual retard.
Incestual retard.
Yeah.
That's
I think,
deep,
is
bro.
that a good name for a band? Would that be a good
Oh,
name for heavy
it
metal?
sounds more like an album. That's like someone's third album.
Retard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so what did I hear something weird? Hasn't like bankruptcy gone up like 30%?
That I don't know. I didn't see anything about that. But that, I mean, it doesn't. But how much of that is due to gambling and how much of that is due to inflation and
Right.
the mortgage rates are higher, etc.
Right. And
I don't know.
I think 30% is due to gambling.
Okay.
30% more bankruptcies. 30% of the new bankruptcies are due to gambling, is what I
Okay.
heard. But once again, allegedly. Hercules. All right. What else we got, sir? What else we got for
To the original question
yes.
about people of color, what I found on NewYorkProblemGambling.org. Black and African Americans often show higher rates of problematic gambling, whereas studies on general gambling participation have sometimes shown different racial groups gambling more. For example, 2023 ESPN study found Black or African American respondents had the highest rates of sports betting participation.
Doesn't that make sense though?
I don't.
The highest percentage of the players or ex-players that probably were in that.
Oh,
and they're wired that way.
So you're saying a retired NBA player is
college or any high school.
Okay.
Yeah. How many, you have that opportunity to play.
I didn't think about that.
Right.
I was just thinking the lay person that's in the stands at an ASU U of A basketball game.
And
that's what I thought. I didn't think about the retired player or the no longer playing person.
The guy that fucking never made it, but was always at the gym going to, playing that pickup game.
Games.
It's always, and that makes total sense. Kind of like the music industry, right? It's wired a certain way, so it makes sense that certain types of people would be certain music because of the music that's being pushed at the time, whatever that music would be, whoever that is. It's not one way or another. Second thing is, did they take into account drinking? Because you were talking about the Asian person being lured by women and wine. Curious if people of color or African Americans or black people. I don't even, what's the correct term? African American?
Yeah. I just say black folks because, but
I like folk. Look, what? Can you get mad at someone calling you folk? Hey, folks, come on over here.
That's what I call my parents. So
tell you what,
don't.
I know that'll get you. I know that'll get you bad, folks. I see.
I will rub the fuck out of this microphone.
So, so any thoughts about maybe the alcohol consumption might be higher also which would lead, during the activity? Like, I'm curious how deep they went into the activity, or just went,
no, that's a great
people
question.
of color or African Americans
or people that drink
blank, just betting. You know what I mean? I think this is just not taking other factors into account. But remember, vices can compile, and when we start making bad decisions, it tends to let us make more bad decisions. It doesn't let us tend to make good decisions.
Do you mean that when someone's drinking, it's like, oh, I've had 2 margaritas, I'm going to text my ex? Is that, instead of that, it's, I'm going to make this bet because I've had 2 drinks, so I'm not thinking clearly.
Right. Well, the first one, I'm going to bet $20 on this one game because I know I got $100. So I'm going to bet five games, $20 a game. Your first drink in, you got 2 bets in. next drink in, you got the next 2 bets. So you got your last $20, right? You're on that third drink, and that third drink kicks in, and it just loosened you up just a little bit.
Right. You're what's it
And now
called?
you're like,
Your inhibitions.
I do have a plastic rectangular thing in my pocket that I can stick in that lit up thing over there. And if I push buttons, these other rectangular things will spit out at me, and I could use that to help maybe get this back that I lost, It's easy. It's a slippery slope. It's so alluring when you get the rush.
But isn't that why casinos get you free drinks to keep you gambling?
Correct. Well, they keep you lucid, right? They keep you like not thinking. You're not cognitive in like decision making.
Correct.
Too.
Well, you're going to keep gambling, and you're going to be a bad gambler.
Slot machine, you just ding, 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 ding. You're just like a monkey
right, but
pushing
you
a button.
can walk away.
No, but I'm saying you're drunk. Right. No, I'm saying when you're drunk, you're just like I don't care.
Correct.
Because you're sipping on a free drink.
Yeah,
it's just cost you $300.
Yeah.
But the other thing is for the other ones is like a lot of it's decision making. If one person on blackjack specifically, you've ever seen it where someone makes a wrong thing?
Yeah.
And everybody at the table like,
what are you
like,
doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You have why you split 20? What are you doing? And then it goes around, the guy ended up with a bust or
2 guys bust. Yeah.
Right. And it's causal like that. So that and any little bit, any lapse in judgment can be taken advantage of in that way. It doesn't need to be taken advantage of directly. It just needs to be them making the lapse, right? Not lapse, but lapse of judgment.
2 laps.
2 laps.
Not
Lapses.
2 laps around.
Lapses.
What do you think about the original question of what do you think the demographics are of online sports betting? And then what do you think the demographics are of the non-sports predictive shit?
Okay, so that compared to that?
Yes, sir.
Sports betting versus predictive?
Yes.
Well, predictive, like I said, is only 121 billion.
Only.
So we can look at the number. We'd have to know what sports betting is, but you could just do that number.
No. What do you think the demographics are of the two?
Right, but what I'm saying is, if you know what the online gambling is, say it's 600 million, whatever.
Okay.
It's 5 times bigger because it made 5 times more money.
Who are they marketing to?
Oh, who are they marketing? Okay, so
the sports betting versus the
that demographics. Not
who are they? Those two industries. Who are their target audiences? Respectively?
I think DraftKings is. It was more white, and it came out of fantasy football.
Okay.
Because leave it up to white dudes who can't do normal shit to like live the fantasy of being able to do shit. So they made it up, right? Let's not get ourselves. The baseball league, whatever that, what was that called? The buffet league, whatever that, what was it? First baseball fantasy football league or fantasy baseball league?
No idea.
You never heard? It's one of the most interesting 30 for 30s.
Okay.
It's like the first one that they did was actually baseball with fantasy, but they had like all the stats they had to do manually back in like 1980 from like newspapers.
Oh, God.
Imagine no internet and like hitting a button and it's going and just
right. You're
up.
looking at the newspaper every day.
You're literally like killing yourself. And baseball, and 162 games.
You're getting divorced because there's no way.
Well, you're probably already divorced.
There's no way a wife is going to do.
Well, that's why you were with 3 other divorcees in the.
Okay,
in
there's
the league.
7 divorces between them.
Exactly. So and
they're all divorced lawyers.
Well, so this is what they first did. So monetizing. They started with fantasy football to get as many men interested in football. Then they started targeting the women. Started making pink stuff and but October's dedicated to women, right? Is it breast cancer? Which one's breast cancer awareness?
October.
Yeah, I support breast
cancer. Where they wear the pink cleats?
Yeah, where they wink
and the wristbands and shit.
So this is a demographic, for example, that they targeted. They're like, we can basically double the number of people watching football by getting women into fantasy football. And you watch some of like crazy people are now prominently women who are into that as much as the men are. So that was the first thing. Then they went outward, I think, right? Like then they went people of color, obviously. Look, Black men in America are doing very, in a net sense, improve their lives. Not Baltimore. We're not talking Baltimore inner city, South Central. We're talking like in a general sense, Black men are doing well. from what I've seen. Like, I see them driving cars, very nice cars, and living in nice houses and being able to afford stuff from what I've noticed, right? So as the quality of living had gone up, now there's more disposable income. Now they're targeted for gambling.
Okay.
They're targeted for football, fantasy football and stuff.
So you're saying the marketing has shifted. It was men and then women and then okay.
And I think that's in general. Now I may be wrong. I may have misread that. But
I wanted your opinion.
Like fast food clearly is towards people with less money, right? Like whatever they would consider.
McDonald's,
watch a
French
McDonald's
fries.
commercial, watch a Burger King commercial.
Yeah,
There's a class aspect to it. It's not just it's not a color thing. It's like
it's the
affordability.
It's the lower half of the income scale. Sure. I understand,
and that includes white West Virginians as much as it includes South,
white people from Florida too,
right, black people in Baltimore.
Okay,
so, and that's the whole thing. It's like this is not even a race thing. The demographic, I think, it started with the people with the most money at first would be probably white people, white older people, guys 40, 50 already played fantasy sports. Get them hooked on this thing. Like, imagine the politics of this now. Though, Leah Thomas, is Leah Thomas like gonna go even compete in the next race? That could be up to her. Like, she sees it like 80% saying no, and she fucking signs up or something. You know what I mean? And bets on herself. He bets on himself. That's the trans swimmer.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't know.
I was trying to use a current. So Leah Thomas is the one that
was
like 400th best male swimmer. Transition, and that became the
number one.
University of Pennsylvania.
Sorry.
No, it's same trash.
Well, it's smarter trash.
Smarter dogs are easier to train.
It's Ivy League, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, I think I went on a weird rant there, but the demographics.
Well, I asked the question.
Yeah, I think the demographics.
What are the demographics for the predictive betting now?
Oh, it's totally white dude, like tech bro white dudes.
Okay,
like
so it's
4 pop collar dudes right now. I think it's 4 pop collar bros. Like, let's be honest. Like every frat bro that fucking is now like named who has a child named Peyton or Winston.
I've asked you that so many times this podcast. So you're saying gotta stop saying that.
No, that's the best.
No, it's
you're fucking Kathy Newman.
Real quick.
What are you talking about? I'm Jordan Peterson. This is ridiculous.
In your opinion, the predictive index, it's white males, but what age range? All the way down to 18?
First of all, what was that dude's name? Pravat. He's like not white, just FYI.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So I'm guessing Middle East oil might help. Like people who just have a shit ton of fucking
I want to know who they're
the
target
people
audience.
Right. They're the people who are running the shit.
Right. I don't care about that.
Target audience.
So they're
100%. Wouldn't you be as a tech bro like, I voted Trump? Who's gonna? I think women will do it too. Like, what are they called? The suburban women are very big swing voters, right? So when they choose, they're like, I'm voting Kamala. I'm not voting Trump. He's a pussy grabber or something. Whatever they say, they're vocal about it. Those are the people who might have the hubris to bet. So I would guess those are the most, right? Because we're like, I'm going to put my.
This is the type A narcissist, not
I gotta win.
Not the introvert, the quiet ones.
Right. But then there's people who
they're planning murders.
Right. There are people who look at that. And they're like,
right. But see, that's why I asked. That's very interesting. And that makes sense. The loud jerk faces are the ones who are going to make dumb bets.
Right. And they're going to be bolder because until their thing gets shattered, they kind of practice what they preach until they're tested. And they don't get tested this way.
Well, if they lose money, they get tested.
It doesn't really
test
their
own.
Right, but it doesn't test their ideology.
True.
The ideology is what drives them. So it's like, I'm right because of my ideology, not my ideology's right. Is I'm right because I believe this.
Yes.
Which is so fucking backwards.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, you should be right about what you believe. You shouldn't be right.
Well, I'm more curious about the future of because in my opinion, the predictive betting is relatively new. It's new to me a month ago. So I'm sure it's been around for some time because
the predictive has been pretty new too.
Okay, I'm curious.
The predictive is actually the newest. Obviously,
right. I'm just curious about what the future of it is, as well as the future of online sports betting. Are they? I mean, obviously, as you stated, the marketing money is astronomical, and they're obviously it's on CNN and it's on ABC and it's on ESPN, it's on all these channels, right? So
that it's on CNN is very scary, and I don't mean that they're not allowed to do it. I don't mean that in any way. It's just an effect. It tells me that it's gone this mainstream. That I know people don't watch CNN like they watch stuff anymore. I know it's not like just the effect that it's in the bloodstream of boomers, for example, who actually have disposable income.
Yeah. Do you think that Kalshi is going to CNN to try to tap into that blue demographic?
I think just money. Yeah. Whatever money is. I mean, they go main. Look, regardless of how many people watch CNN anymore, you hear CNN, you go, oh yeah, they're a thing. Like they're like a legit thing. It's not like some podcast. It's not the CNN podcast. It's CNN, the news channel.
Yeah, understood.
I mean, for people you and I and older, Gen X and older, who might have the disposable income to do the online thing and might feel shitty about ourselves enough to get really sucked into it, because a lot of us don't feel that great about ourselves, right? A lot of our Gen Xers and the old millennials, young Gen Xers are like, there's some struggles. We have stuff where we didn't address a lot of the stuff mentally like they do now. We were the shover downers.
Yes.
I feel like we were the early adopters for fucking everything, which is what makes us so unique. Email, technology.
Yeah,
like
I was thinking
all the technology
Internet,
came in
cell phones,
through us, right? Computers came
for sure.
Grew with it. Now it's obviously passed us by to this speed if we didn't keep up with it, but it's still like we grew up with all this. So we saw all the iterations that people didn't. Some people
agreed.
They're like, what's this email shit? I'm not.
Yeah, I had to teach my dad that shit. Yeah.
Right. Or like they were born with a tablet.
Well, you're right, because we had modems and America Online and a PC Junior and a freaking
we watched the evolution.
Yeah. Right. And
we had Oregon Trail. You got this
and the friggin' the huge 5 1/4 diskette that's stored zero information.
Floppy.
Yeah, it's called the floppy.
And then the hard disk was another floppy, was only 3.5.
It was a smaller floppy, but it was hard. So it took my erga. I got nothing.
So speaking of that, we were in Austin and there is a thing called the Floppy Disk Repair Company. I think it's a strip club. I think wouldn't that be the best name for a fucking, right? It wasn't open and we walked by it like 100 times. It didn't look open and it had one of those number pads. So I'm wondering if it's like, you go ahead and we'll take care of that floppy disk repair. How fucking cool is that?
So it's
I think I took a picture of it. I'll have to share it with you.
Is it like a massage parlor?
No, that's the thing.
So your floppy disk has a happy ending?
Well, I was with Megsy, so my floppy disk was just fine.
Right. That's not the question. The question is that what it is?
I don't know.
Okay, great.
We didn't know.
Good talk.
I want to look at it. I just thought because we talk about floppy disks.
Okie dokie. Oh,
all right. So have we beaten this horse?
Oh no, we have one final.
Beautiful.
We have one final.
And I don't think we beat.
Oh no,
anything.
I did. I'm sorry. Yes, that was I did blow my load. The final.
You're a load blower. Welcome, one person who's on Rumble with us.
That's you.
Welcome to the 4 people on X with us. This was impromptu anyway.
Were there
rescheduled?
Do we have any comments from the peanut gallery?
There's not nary a comment. So if anyone would like to add a comment, I don't know if anybody's even watching this.
What do you see as the future of online sports betting and also Tambien predictive?
It's going to get bad. First of all, if we're going to regulate, I guess regulations, how they're going to do it, because it's government anyway, but how behind are they? They're behind on internet. They're behind on internet regulation, and they're going to try to regulate this. Be interesting what they're going to do. The way to really regulate it is online winnings having a higher percentage of tax rate. If you really want to shun it in a weird way, be like, go to Vegas. You go to Vegas and gamble all you want. You only get taxed 10%. You do it online, you get taxed 40, 50, 60% on your winnings. Right. Make it not
as lucrative.
Not lucrative at all. Make it so unlucrative, really, where even with you'd have to have like an 80% gambling success to monetize. You know, you need to monetize it or something. Do it that way.
Right. Yeah, I like that. Do you foresee
that would be the best way to do it? Now, I'm not in for taxes, so it's like I don't believe that. I'm just saying if that's a solution
Right,
because we're in
right.
the world we're in.
Yes.
I'm trying to be.
Do you foresee a lot of new Kalshis?
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be like internet boom. They're gonna come fly by
Predictive.
night, and then they're gonna suck each other up.
Okay.
And that's where the
Mergers and
regulation will come in.
acquisitions.
Once again, under Clinton, we went from 33 broadcasting to 6. Under whatever, under whoever, how many did we, and that's news stations, broadcasting companies.
Right.
How many did we go from internet to, or we have Meta, how many social media or whatever? Like they crushed all the other competitors and they rolled them all in. So
what happened to Snapchat and
Snapchat?
Is it bad?
No, Snapchat's good.
I'm sorry, I fucking asked. What's the other one that came and went? I already forgot.
Instabooble. Blue Sky took over for Twitter. Have you heard about Blue Sky? It's
yeah.
It's playfully nicknamed Blue Cry.
Oh, of course it is.
Because it's like literally blue-haired women.
Oh, nice.
Crying about that men aren't allowed to beat up women in sports anymore for some reason. It's like that's fucking
dumb.
ridiculous.
All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. That was off topic.
What
question?
Parlor was one. Periscope was one. There were so many, man.
Threads didn't really take off, did it?
Threads sucks. Yeah, it died like so. It was like.
But there was Snapchat and another one like in the last 5 years.
Snapchat, yeah. TikTok, I guess, would have been the other one. But.
No, but that's super popular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was one with pictures, but I thought, was it Insta? But Insta's still good. I don't know. Threads was probably the one.
It could be.
That's how boomery we are, sir. We're getting. When can we actually become boomers, or will we always be Gen Xers? Is the question.
I don't know. That's a great question.
Is boomer a state of mind?
I guess it could be.
Where do you think it's going to go? What do you think is going to
happen? I agree that on the predictive side, there's going to be a bunch more. Just like how I don't know what the first
startups, right? Like
there's going to be a bunch more, and then they're going to buy each other up, and just what happened with FanDuel and Bet365 and all that shit. So now that there's like 5 or 6 main players in that market, I'm very curious to see where the sports betting goes. I don't know where they go from here because the marketing is, how much more marketing can they do? I don't know. How much more can they integrate with the online? Hey, the Dodgers have a 51% chance of winning this game. Now they have a 64. Now they have a 12. That did it. So
that's the same thing though. That's all just
that's
within
predictive
the same
sport. Right. So there's where the lines blur. So,
but you just roll that into general sports gambling. I feel like this is so much crazier in that weird way because like they've milked everything out of it. Over under yardage, 10 yards or whatever.
Right. That's
to your point, like everything, how many safeties, how many field goals or extra points or whatever. They've milked every bit they can out of it, and that's why this predictive thing is dangerous because it's
that's where my curiosity
type of things to bet on. Which
some
people are like, I'm an expert in this, so that's when you're gonna fucking just drown when you think you're an expert in some baking or something. Like is Gordon Ramsay gonna open up a new restaurant or something? Whatever. Like
I don't care.
I don't know. I just something stupid like that. What would be? Is it gonna be a vegan dish or a meat, fish, or poultry dish?
Turkey. It's Thanksgiving. I'm curious on the sporting side. Like as you said, it's oversaturated. Where are they going to go? What tactics will they use to try to maintain the revenue that they're bringing in? I don't know, but I'm curious to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Is the marketing going to decrease, or will it shift in a way to try to keep people engaged and bet more? I don't know how that from the marketing side would work.
I want them all to shrivel up and die.
I agree,
but I don't want to force that. This has to be a market thing.
Right.
It has to be a market thing. What we need is to either encourage healthy gambling. Hey guys, save up. Have a goal. Save up $5,000. Fly to Vegas. Blow it on this thing, on this one, instead of little dips. Somehow culturally, there needs to be if you wait a little longer for that second marshmallow, man, you're getting
Right.
twice as many fucking marshmallows,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Come on. And I know that's weird, but it's like that it has to be done that way and it can't be forced. It can be encouraged through like PSAs and stuff, but come on, how many PSAs? How many people still leave their kid in a car?
They still do.
Yeah, I know.
It's terrible.
I was gonna mention other stuff, but I'm not interested in that.
Good.
I love you, man.
Also,
I'm so glad
champion.
to see you.
Mira.
I'm glad we got to do this, although we have sad circumstances that we had to reschedule, and it's just general sad.
Yeah.
But you got to meet our new baby.
I know. Craig's pretty rad.
Craig! He's good. He's probably going to headbutt right there. Right run up the stairs.
He's pretty good. He's a good dog.
Yeah. You had a good time with him, man.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
So, do we have anything else on this?
I don't. I'm out, bro.
What I predicted we're going to time. Yes. Just like this with the hands. So what do we have? Any questions out there? There's nobody even in the chat.
That's all I got. I think, yeah.
People. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. So what else we got? Anything else going on this week? Are you down here for a bit?
Till Monday.
On Monday, going back to
the mountains where it's snowing right now.
How bad is it snow?
Just a couple inches.
Does it snow? Do you have to clean?
Yeah. The first year we got a foot and a half on one day.
I know, that's what I mean. So
I shoveled my ass off the first year.
Do you snowblow now?
No, I have a driveway and a walkway. It's not a big deal. So it takes me 45 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, I just put on some Slayer and get my gloves out and go shovel.
Yeah, it's good exercise too.
Yeah, and I get to see the sun and it's beautiful.
Does it snow in Sholo?
Yes.
How bad?
Not as bad as my house, but close. Why, are you moving there? What are we talking about?
I'm trying. I don't know what I got to do. I'm trying to. I'm having a hard time because
what about Payson?
I'm told to get the fuck out of here so badly.
Who told you? The voices in your coconut?
The voices.
Don't listen to them, bro.
I hear voices in my head. They come to me. They understand.
They do.
They talk to me. Well, Randy Orton,
don't
WWE
listen.
brother.
Just don't listen.
No, but that's the point, though. That's what brought me out here. The voices brought me out here, and it's the same voice that told me to come here. Which,
oh my god,
you know how positive that was to come out here. How I needed to do that for everything. So,
but it's like Pennywise the clown. It came back in 27 years,
right? But it's the same thing saying.
So you have a clown in your head,
and
he's
Sholo
gonna eat your face.
I feel like Sholo might be sitting on some aquifers, and I'd love to just be able to.
Why don't you just come up to my house and you can Sholo's 5 minutes away?
I like that, but okay.
But you got sand in your vagina?
Of course I do. What do you think makes that noise?
Oh, I'm making pearls, bitches.
How about that? Talking Heads. What was their greatest hits? Volume 2 is Sand in the Vaseline was the name of their.
I really?
Sand in the Vaseline.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I don't know. David Byrne's a freaking weirdo, man.
He is. I'm not a big fan.
He's one of those where he's like a Bjork, but better. I like him because I think he has some stuff that's really catchy, and some of his shows are cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen their HBO, like the whole show?
No, I just saw a special on it.
Yeah, the special or whatever. The one where he talks a little bit and then he does it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty entertaining. Totally naked, man. Totally nude. All right. Everybody. Totally naked, man. Totally nude. Peace
and love, and be excellent to each other,
brother. We gotta clean it. Oh, we gotta close this out.
Do your thing,
turn
bro.
up this thing. We got it there. Nunca más. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me close out. Guys, everybody, thanks for joining. Next week, the 9th has been rescheduled. December 9th. We are not doing December 9th. We are doing December 10th. We're gonna have Mark Maresca of the White Pill Box over on Wednesday, 8 p.m., December 10th. Then the next week, December 17th, we're going to have the one and only Jason Rink. Jason Rink picked up Kanye and Nick Fuentes from the airport 3 years ago and took them to the Alex Jones podcast. Remember how that all went, guys? We get to ask him all about that. I cannot wait. Also, the 18th then, Jake, Whiskey Smiles, and myself, we're going to be on Mark Maresca's White Pill Box. Thank you, everyone, for joining another what's If by Whiskey Conscious Nocti. Sir, we got to close it out again with your final.
Bye. Adios. I already said it, bro.
I know, but
peace, love, be excellent to each other.